This is the Sunday Business Page with John Delano.
Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to another home edition of the Sunday Business Page. And our special guest today is Jeremy Shapira, who is the co-chair of the Disability Inclusion Consortium and works at Giant Eagle. Jeremy, it's so nice to have you with us. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
So let me ask you, we are now honoring the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And I know, and you know, that it's good for business to hire people with disabilities. But tell us a little bit about this consortium here in Pittsburgh. I'm not very familiar with it.
Well, John, I'm really glad that you mentioned the ADA. You know, the ADA is a wonderful thing and provided lots of opportunities for accessibility for people with disabilities across the country. If you look at the statistics of the percentage of people with disabilities who were employed versus 1990 when it was enacted, the fact is that the percentage hasn't grown very much, and that's a real shame.
Is that right? I mean, I want to come back to that point because you're saying employers today still do not hire people with disabilities?
Correct. In 1990, it was hovering in between 30 and 40% of people with disabilities who were of working age. And today it still hovers in that same range.
Wow. So what is the point of the consortium? Who's in it and how do they increase these numbers?
So the point of the consortium is essentially to shift the paradigm. For many decades, there are lots of organizations out there who obviously are trying to do the right thing and trying to, what I call, push people with disabilities into the workforce. And what the consortium is trying to do is reverse that and enable companies, in this case in the Pittsburgh area, to help pull people with disabilities into the workforce. So we are trying to take what companies like Giant Eagle, like FedEx Ground, PNC, and others who are maybe further down the path to help share the knowledge and lift the entire boat by engaging companies across the organization and helping them break down barriers.
Can anyone join this consortium, any employer? How many do you have, and are you looking for more?
Well, we're always looking for more. There's no such thing as too many. We have about 40 today. That number is growing, it feels like, every day, but we will take any company that is even remotely interested in trying to figure this out in the Pittsburgh area.
Jeremy, I often say that we're only temporarily a person without a disability. I can say, as someone who's aging, that I know that there are disabilities that I have today that I didn't have 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. And so this should be of interest to every single human being, because at one point or another, we can or could be classified as a person with some kind of disability. These disabilities are wide-ranging, aren't they?
They are. And actually, you know, I think about this all a little bit differently. You know, when you think about the main barrier, and the reason why I think we continue to hover around 30 or 40% is because for too long, when we think about people with disabilities, we think about what they aren't able to do. And again, we need to reverse that paradigm and start focusing on what people can do. And so to me, it's not so much about about the dis part of the abilities. It's the abilities.
Yeah, and, I love it. I love that.
And so whether you are, you know, I'm not good at everything. I'm good at some things and not others. And the fact is that that's the way we need to look at all people and start to match people's skills with the requirements of the job.
Well, Jeremy Shapira with the Disability Inclusion Consortium, let me thank you for all the work that you and your folks are doing on this. This is such an important effort, and I really appreciate you spending time with me today.
Thank you so much. It was a great opportunity.
And thank you for watching us on the Sunday Business Page. If you have a suggestion for a guest, get in touch with me at jdelano@kdka.com. Have a great Sunday, everybody.